I always get so excited for the start of a new year because it means new beginnings, or it can mean new beginnings if you want it to. And new beginnings can mean a new and improved you. Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new around here, my name's Jillz, and I talk about things like feminine energy, self-improvement, and wellness for women. So if that's something you want to learn more about, you should definitely hit that red subscribe button below and hit that notification bell too so you don't miss when I put out any new videos. So as you hopefully know, you are wonderful as you are now, but it's in our human nature to always want to be growing and evolving and becoming the next best version of ourselves. It's just natural. And the start of a new year really triggers this feeling for a lot of people. And while the new year is realistically just another day, it can be so powerful because it feels like a fresh start. And it's a great launching pad for new habits or changes that you want to make. So if you want to level up this year, here are 7 things to do or to know to make that happen. The first thing that's so important and what truly separates the people who stay stagnant from the people who grow is self-awareness. And I cannot reiterate this point enough, but self-awareness is one of those crucial things that you need to grow. Because if you don't really know who you are or why you do the things that you do, then it's really hard to make changes and support yourself through that growth process. Are you just aimlessly walking through life and just getting through each and every day? Or do you take a second to go a little bit deeper and reflect? What is it that I actually want? Why do I have these desires? Why do I feel the way that I feel? Why did I just react like that? Why did I just snap at my partner like that? What's the real reason, not the surface level crap? Why do I feel so tired right now even though I got great sleep? Who or what is draining my energy, and how do I create better boundaries for myself? When you approach everything in your life and in your mind from a curious, non-judgmental place, then you can really start to uncover a lot of things about yourself and in turn uncover a lot of things that are holding you back. A lot of people really hesitate to dig deep like this because it can sometimes mean becoming aware of things that are hard. You know, when you start developing self-awareness, all of the good and the ugly tend to show itself. For example, maybe you come to the realization that your past failed relationships are because at a deep level you feel undeserving of love, and so you push everyone away. And while that can definitely be a tough pill to swallow, understanding the real problem is the only thing that's going to bring real change and real solutions. And I promise you that just identifying it is half the battle. Being aware is what creates the opportunity for growth, for change, and for stepping into the highest version of yourself. So start digging deep, start getting comfortable asking yourself why to almost everything that you think and do. And again, not from a judgmental place, but just out of pure loving curiosity. The more deeply you can understand yourself, the quicker and more easily you can become the very best version of yourself. Another thing that's really important when leveling up is becoming clear about what that next level means to you. Now, of course, it's going to be different for everyone, but you need to know, or at least have a general sense of what you want for yourself and where you want to go, because you need to at least have a direction to know how to move forward. Now, of course, there's no right or wrong. For some, this might be opening themselves up to love so they can attract in the right relationships. And for others, it might be building more confidence so they can really finally start that business that they've always dreamed about. But you do need to have a good idea of what this next level is for you so you can know what you're aiming for. And that's why I love vision boards. I just recently posted a video all about how to make a good vision board, so check that out. But this step is really simple, but really important. The third way to level up your life this year is to invest in yourself. Investing in yourself is one of the best things that you can do because you are your most valuable asset. I'm obviously not saying to throw all your money at things in hopes that you will level up, but what I am saying is to trust yourself. You know what you need to work on, you know what you need to grow, and putting a little bit of time and money towards that can be a really good long-term investment. And you need to trust that you are worthy of that and that you have the ability to turn that value from the exchange into something that's going to better your life. Maybe you're thinking about hiring a nutritionist to help you get healthier and feel better. That might feel like a lot in the short term, but if you can actually get value from that and get value from their expertise, then it might be worth it to you. And that's something that'll probably benefit you for the rest of your life. Of course, everyone's finances are different and everyone has different comfort levels with this kind of stuff. And I think sometimes when you hear the word investment, you think about like a really large amount of money, but that doesn't have to be the case. There are things that are incredibly affordable, just like purchasing some books from Amazon in an area that you know know that you need to grow, like maybe getting books related to personal finance or books related to relationships or mindset or personal development work. Sometimes leveling up means taking a short-term loss because you know it will lead to long-term gains. You are worthy and deserving of that. The next thing you need to do to level up, and this really goes back to the whole self-awareness thing, is identify your limiting beliefs and work to reframe those. At the end of the day, we create our own reality, and a lot of times we create a narrative in our head that doesn't actually exist, and this makes life so much more challenging than it has to be. But identifying these and challenging them and proving to yourself that they might not actually be true is a very powerful way to start seeing that the universe can work more in your favor and to feel more supported in everything that you do. Like I said, these limiting beliefs really alter our own perceptions of our own reality. So if that's the case, why wouldn't we choose to think more positive, supportive thoughts? There's no reason not to. It's funny because at the end of the day, it's usually us who are holding ourselves back. And we might try to blame other people or certain situations, but usually, not always, but usually, it's us that's holding ourselves back and the mindset that we've created around something. So if you take that part out of the picture and choose to hold beliefs that are actually supportive of the life that you want, then it's gonna be a lot easier for you to step into the highest version of yourself. Now, what I think is really important when you're trying to grow is being around other people who are on the same page. Being around people who already are who you want to be, or being around people who already have what you want or already have achieved what you want to achieve, or at least being around people who are on the same growth path as you and see the value in that. So basically just having a community of like-minded people. So if you want to have X or achieve X, then it's really important to be around people who either have that or have achieved that, or again are at least growing towards that as well. And when you spend time with the right people, that X or whatever it is you're trying to grow towards, it becomes normalized for you because it's normal in that community. And so it makes it feel like it's even more possible for you. And it's also in our human nature to want to feel understood, to want to feel connected, to want to feel common ground with people. And if everyone in your community is on a whole nother page as you, then you're gonna feel really isolated and alone. And that's not gonna be supportive of you in your growth journey. You've probably heard the saying too, something along the lines of you are the average of the 5 people who you spend the most time with. And it's so incredibly true. Your community has a huge influence on who you become and what you see as possible for you. So finding a community of people who are actively working towards the same thing or already have that thing, even if it's just as simple as an online community like this, by the way, you should subscribe. It can be really beneficial when you want to level up in your life. So number 6, and I think this is kind of common sense, but I think sometimes people just don't think about this for a second, but to level up, that means you have to start doing things differently. Change is not easy for most people, but if you keep doing the same things, you're going to keep getting the same results. And if you want to up-level your life, this doesn't happen by just following the norm. It requires stepping out of your comfort zone and doing things differently. And this is the way I like to look at it. Change is not always easy and it's not always comfortable, right? But it's also not comfortable to stay exactly as you are and never reach your fullest potential. It's not comfortable to start new habits, but it's also not comfortable to be disappointed in yourself or to feel unfulfilled or unhappy. There's almost always going to be some sort of discomfort in your life, so you might as well choose the discomfort that will help you to grow. So with that said, when you do want to level up, when you do want to make a change, I encourage you to create a plan, like an actual written down plan. Journal about it, dream about it, but create a plan to actually help you achieve this goal. You know, like actionable steps to actually help you get to where you want to go. But here's the thing, you don't need to stick to it 100%. You don't even need to stick to it at all, really. If you're 5 days in and you don't like it, you want to rip it up and throw away, that's okay. But the reason why I recommend this is because creating a plan, writing it down, it helps you to get started. It helps you to feel like, okay, I have a path forward. And what happens a lot of the time is that people don't take any action at all because they get overwhelmed and they don't know where to begin, so they freeze. But just the simple act of making a plan helps you start that forward motion and get that momentum going, because just starting is the hardest part. Things don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You don't always have to make the perfect decision. What's important is that you're always moving forward. You can always readjust, you can always change direction at any time, but being stagnant is what you want to avoid. because that is sticky and it's easy to get stuck there for a while. Remember that your mindset around this matters. You're not trying to level up because you hate yourself. You're trying to level up because you love yourself and you know how much potential you have, and you want to honor that and step into that. If you enjoyed this video, if you got value out of it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and actually comment down below how you want to level up for the next year. And if you have not yet made a vision board, even if you're watching this many, many months later, don't worry, it's not too late. Go check out this video about how to make a good vision board that actually looks pretty too. I will see you over there, or I will see you in my next video. Bye.